Hello everyone, let's talk about steel. I'm Kevin Jiang, product consultant of MESCO STEEL. In this video, I will explain some inspection methods of prepainted steel. First, main testing items. Determination of paint film solvent resistance. Solvent resistance is a very important indicator that can evaluate the degree of curing and cross-linking of the coating and directly affects the performance of the paint film. The test method is to wrap the fingers with rubber finger cuts with roving cloth, immerse it in MEK, squeeze it dry, and immediately test with the roving cloth soaked in solvent. Rub the sample surface back and forth with force with a distance of at least 150 millimeters, moderate friction pressure, and a speed of about 1 time per second. Keep the gauze moist throughout the entire process and rub it until the paint film is damaged or for the specified number of times. Wipe the metal surface back and forth 50 times without any peeling. Observe the effect of wiping according to the above grade table. If grade 1 to 3 occurs, it is deemed unqualified. Determination of bending properties. Bending performance is an important indicator for evaluating the flexibility of paint coatings. The smaller the deep T-bend, the better the flexibility of the coating, and the easier it is to process and form the color-coated sheet. Use a bending testing machine, insert one end of the sample into a vise, bend the sample, and compress the bent part of it to complete the 0 T-bend. Continue to do 180 degrees bending. There is a sample thickness in the folding center to get 1 T-bend. Bending can be obtained in turn, and there should be no obvious gaps in the overlapping parts. After the bent sample is stuck and tore off with a tape, there should be no coating peeling off at the bend. The bending performance is divided into 3 levels, A, B, and C. The T-bend value of each level should comply with the requirements in the table. T-bends are usually supplied as Class A. If Class B or C is required, please specify it when ordering. When the thickness of the color-coated plate is greater than 0.75 mm, or the specified minimum yield strength is not less than 550 MPa, there is no requirement for the T-bend value, and the 90 degrees bending test is adopted. Corrosion resistance measurement. Neutral salt spray test. The neutral salt spray test is to spray salt water containing sodium chloride and a pH value of 6.5 to 7.2 through a spray device in a specific test chamber, allowing the salt mist to settle on the surface of the sample. Observe its surface corrosion state after a certain period of time. The neutral salt spray resistance of color-coated sheet is divided into 4 levels, from level 1 to level 4. The test time of each level should comply with the regulations in the table. Reverse impact performance measurement. Reverse impact energy is a dynamic test that evaluates the coating's ability to resist cracking or peeling when it is rapidly impacted by a heavy hammer. Take a sample not less than 75 mm multiplies 150 mm. The weight of the drop weight is 1 kg, and the diameter of the punch is 15.87 mm. Place the sample to be tested face down on the stamp die. Let the weight drop from a certain height, and increase the height by 25 mm each time for testing. Once a crack occurs, perform 3 impact tests at the height, slightly below, and slightly above the height, 5 times each, to evaluate the level of the crack. There should be no paint peeling off in the deformation area after the reverse impact sample is stuck and tore off with tape. The reverse impact energy absorbed should not be less than 9 joules. When the thickness of the color-coated sheet is less than 0.4 mm or the specified minimum yield strength is not less than 550 MPa, there is no requirement for impact absorption energy. Other testing items. Paint film hardness measurement. The coating hardness test of color-coated steel plates is usually measured using a pencil scratch hardness tester, that is, using a refill with known hardness from 14 grades in the range of 6H to 6B to plow through the paint coating, among which 6H is the hardest and 6B is the softest. There are two methods for measurement: manual pencil method and instrumental pencil method. The test should begin with the hardest graded pencil and proceed to each graded pencil in turn. Each level of pencil is scratched 5 times until at least 4 out of 5 times cannot plow through the coating. The hardness of this pencil is the pencil hardness of the paint coating being tested. Here is the table of pencil hardness of different types of paint. Color difference measurement. A colorimeter is generally used for color testing. It measures the color value of the paint coating and compares it with a standard sample to calculate the color difference. Except white color of prepainted steel, the delta E value of the color difference between the coating and the standard color sheet should not be greater than 1.5, while the white color coated steel needs to be within the range of less than 0.8 to be judged as qualified. Standard color swatches should be confirmed by both buyer and seller before ordering. Color difference requirements for metallic paint coatings should be negotiated when ordering. Gloss measurement. The gloss of the paint film generally uses a special gloss measuring instrument to measure the reflectivity of the painted surface to obtain its gloss value. The glossiness of the coating uses 60 degrees mirror gloss, which is divided into 3 levels, A, B, and C. The glossiness of each level should comply with the regulations in the table. The coating gloss is usually supplied according to A and B grade gloss. When C grade gloss is required, it should be specified in the contract. If there are special requirements for gloss, it should be negotiated when ordering.